Ay, I'm going to move you so long to the back studio. Oh, my beautiful viewers on E360. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? My videos doesn't want to play. It didn't want to play last night, and I was seeing if it's playing, and it's still not playing. And I don't know what's cooking, but let me just try once more, please. Okay. It doesn't want to play. So now I have to say, welcome, welcome to the Power Hour, episode 71 for this year. Our show title is The Power of Purpose. And I've got amazing guests that is going to blow your socks away because they are brilliant. They have amazing wisdom and they're all inspiration and they are all around the world. So I am currently in South Africa, but in 11 days, I will be traveling to New Zealand to visit my grandchildren and my children and my grandchildren. And I last hugged my grandchildren 1st of March 2023. So I am cannot wait. I cannot wait. So for me, purpose, the power of purpose. My purpose is to be a voice of a million incredible humans so that they can share their wisdom, their brilliance, and their stories to make the world a better place. So, just being on the show today and having all my amazing guests, the ladies is from the Diamond Beauties group, and the gentleman is from the Tanzanite Euro group. I am in my purpose. Do you know what your purpose is? I have done 513 coffee chats this today in 2 years and 9 months. Do you know that about 90% of people don't know their purpose or think maybe that is their purpose? So, if you can find in your heart and you can go inside yourself, go and find your purpose because your purpose is your way of life, your way of living. And if you can serve others with love, that will change your life forever. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So I'm going to play my beautiful sponsor, Jose Escobar's video. He is from the Connector Leaders Academy. And then as soon as the video is done, my guest will be here. My guest will be here. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Okay, the video will also not play. Okay, let me bring you in my guest. I am so sorry, my beautiful Jose, that the video doesn't play. I will definitely go back to the network and ask, or Wave.video, what is the reason for the videos not to play? I am sorry, my beautiful viewers on E360, but here is my guest. Here is my guest. I am so excited. Thank you so much, my beautiful guest. So, Christiana, I am going to start with you. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from.
Hi there. I'm Christiana Carr. I am from Peterborough, Ontario in Canada. We're getting into the sweater weather, but it's pretty warm here today. I call myself a begin within guide, and Sanet said my superpower was lighthouse keeper, so I put that in there as well. So and it's
Oh,
my
wow.
first time on the show. I'm happy to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, wow. You are a lighthouse keeper. And how amazing when I told you that, you said, "Oh, I've got lighthouses all over. And that is part of my everything I see. So how amazing. Thank you, my beautiful Christiana. My
Thank
beautiful
you.
Nina. Please introduce yourself and tell us where you from.
Hello, everybody. So nice to be here. Hello, everybody who is watching. My name is Nina Maglic. I'm from Austria. I'm a marketing coach for healers, helping them build predictable, profitable, scalable healing businesses. My mission is to help millions of hearts, help people heal, and help people find their purpose. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Wow, beautiful. And there's a reason for you to be, all of you to be here. I just quickly want to bring in Laura. And I know, Laura, I can see your internet is unstable. So, my beautiful one, if you are struggling to come back, it's all okay. We do what we can do. That's what we can do. My beautiful Chris, can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Absolutely. And thank you so much for having me. Hello to everybody watching online. I'm excited to be here. I'm a marketing and sales consultant. I've been in the marketing space for about 20 years. And I really feel that my purpose, why I've been put on this earth, was to help people and not just help them, but to educate, inspire, and empower people.
I love that. Thank you so much, my beautiful Chris. My beautiful Rick, can you introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Absolutely, Rich Hopkins, the win anyway guy. I am in Denver, Colorado, in the US of A. My purpose in life is to convince people and teach them that they get to define and celebrate their victories as opposed to letting the world tell them whether they are winning or losing.
Here comes the glasses. Woo-hoo. Goosebumps, goosebumps, goosebumps. Thank you, my beautiful Rick, for that. Thank you. My beautiful Laura, can you introduce yourself to us, please?
Hi, everybody. Yes, Laura Brennan Ballet. I'm actually in Connecticut, well, in Florida at the moment. Bad storm outside, which is why the internet's a little crazy. But I am in the USA as well. My purpose has always been about empowerment. Sanet knows this. I've been really studying and mastering this since I was a very, very young. I think to really help others explore what an empowered life is, IN, empowered, so that we all can truly become empowered for other people. So, my purpose is to bring awareness around thought energy, high level thinking, so that we can actually create a life that is really in service, but is a lot of fun as well. So, thank you, Sanet. As always, I love being here.
Thank you. And beautiful Laura is also a co host on our Wednesday show called Soul Diamond Author's Journey. And it's such a privilege to be on this show together as well. So, Laura, while you've got the mic, can I ask you what does purpose means for you?
I love this word because for me, energy is in everything. So every word has an energetic structure to it. I'm one of those people who look at information as a source of applicable knowledge. So when we read written energy, now we get to think about what is really being written about the stories and all of what we have here to offer. What is the true purpose behind what we're saying to one another, how we're interacting with one another? So for me, purpose has always been being very present in the moment, which we all are pretty aware of that, but truly being aware of what each moment can gift and how it can serve each other. I don't ever look at my life as what can I get out? What am I receiving? It's where can I show up? And yes, tapping in and tuning into our own gifts, our brilliance, and our unique genius. But how can we exchange it energetically so it actually moves into the consciousness? So when we leave one another, there's a little bit of an imprint of each other in our soul's memory or in our consciousness awareness, or if you want to look at God force, universal energy. So I think purpose is really about being in such gratitude and appreciation of being in these physical expressions of all that we can manifest and create. So I love this. Even if you don't have a purpose, explore what it might be, explore what it could be, have fun, empower yourself, and figure it out. And there isn't just one purpose to our life, right? There's several purposes as we grow and we evolve and we go through our own kind of discovery of an empowered life. Yeah, there we go. So I think purpose is really wrapped up in gratitude and appreciation and really being present in the moment. And how can I live an empowered life? And I think that really starts with ourselves, really empower ourselves, because then we get to empower one another. And I think it's just a sheer joy to be able to do this. So, and Sanet is such a beautiful example of a human being living this every moment. And all of us who show up to really speak to the listeners and empower them. So have purpose every moment that you can and enjoy your life. Oh, I got the rock star shades on. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank
Oh,
you.
wow. Oh, Rick, I love all of your glasses. Thank you. So, my beautiful viewers, did you put your glasses or your shades on for this goosebumps moment? Come and grab them and come back and come and see where else my beautiful guest is gonna blow your socks away. Ooh, I must get more glasses. I didn't take out enough, but I will make a plan. So I am thank you, my beautiful Laura. Thank you. My beautiful Chris. What does purpose mean for you? Are you muted? Just
Oh,
go,
I
go,
did. I
go,
was
go.
making some noise over here. I apologize. So I love the question. Thank you for asking, Laura. That was a phenomenal response. I love that. I'm going to try to go a different angle. I think in what I do and a lot of my training and a lot of work I do with my clients is that purpose is an extension of your vision. And when I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, most of them do not have a vision. So, for example, I recently talked to a gentleman who made almost $750,000 from his podcast. And I said to him, verbatim, what is it that you really want? And he looked around the room, kind of scanned the walls, looked at the carpet. And if it was a 10-second response, it felt like a minute. And he said, well, I guess I'd like more downloads. I think I'd like more sponsorships. And I said, are you asking me a question or do you really know what you want? And finally we got to it and he said, well, I guess I don't. And I said, well, if you don't have a vision for the direction you want to go, how do you create a goal? How do you have purpose in what you do? Now, I know you say you want to provide value and you want to inspire people, but you're just kind of pulling things out of the air that kind of sound interesting to you. So I think that for anybody, if you really strive to have purpose, and a lot of us do, but we don't actually know what it is. One of the things that I like to do with people is go through what we call a 2020 vision guide exercise. And it's just helping people identify what it truly is, and not 5 years from now, not 3 years, because as entrepreneurs, that could change in 6 weeks. What is it that you want this calendar year? And we help people craft a vision statement, which is, hey, this is the legacy I want to leave. This is the type of lifestyle I want to have. And this is the types of things I want to do for my family. This is what's important to me. And everyone is going to have a little bit different answer, and that's okay. And that's how you end up being able to formulate your own personalized purpose. And there's no right or wrong answers, but I think that even for people like myself who really understand this question very well, I like to sit down at the end of every year and do a self audit and say, hey, am I really living up to my purpose? Am I really living up to my goals and expectations that I've set for myself? And not only having a purpose, but living up to that and trying to execute on that is another thing. And so, for sake of time, I'm going to leave it at that, Sanet.
Okay. So I've got special glasses for you, but I had to take off my hat. Are you ready?
I'm
Oh
ready.
So
no.
ladies and gentlemen, do you know how the theme for George goes? Da-dum, 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 da-dum.
Oh my God, I love it.
Those are
So
good.
actual fact, we need to be like a shark to know what we want so that we can formalize our goals and our vision and our purpose. Was that the perfect glasses for you for
I
this
love
answer?
It's almost like you knew what I was going to say.
I love it. My beautiful Nina, can you tell us what purpose means for you?
So, purpose for me means to fully express myself as a soul. I truly believe that every single soul has a gifts and talents, and we came here to express ourselves. And all these amazing gifts that we have to use it. And when you really dig deep, it's really not about us, it's about serving the world and helping humanity. And most of the time, people use those gifts. They don't even know what's their life purpose, as Chris said. And very often, when I sit with my clients and do a Akashic Records reading, I realize that most people do live their life purpose. They're just not aware of that because they think and underestimate their own gifts and talents they have because these things come to them so naturally and they do things with an ease and love. And that's for them like something very just natural, simple. And very often the purpose lies in using those gifts and talents to do something with your life, to do some bigger things, and you get abundantly rewarded for living your own purpose because the universe doesn't want you to struggle. It wants to abundantly reward you for the work you do. And when you really use your gifts, when you have a vision, as Chris said, and when you fully express yourself as a soul, you really make a big difference in the world. And there's a huge ripple effect in society when we live our life full of joy and when we love what we do. There's a huge ripple effect in our families, in societies, and we make a big impact on people around us.
Beautiful.
Yes, to you, my beautiful Nina. Oh, oh, oh. And I saw Cristiano put on our glasses. My beautiful Rick, can you tell us what does purpose mean for you?
You said purpose, same question as the others?
Yes, same question.
Okay. That's good because that's all I've been thinking about while listening to everybody else is how I might possibly answer this question. Because as the win anyway guy, that aspect of my life has that purpose of letting my audiences know that they get to define for themselves what a win and a loss is, that they can win anyway, despite what the world says. But then as a speaking coach, my purpose is to help them discover that message within themselves and go out and deliver it to the correct audience in the best way possible. But those are just two purposes of things I do because my core purpose is to provide for my family, to create a family that has what it needs, that is happy, and there's really nothing else I could do in life that doesn't have a purpose that leads back to that. So that's the trunk, and everything else are branches that all go back to that core purpose.
That's
Wow,
beautiful.
beautiful. Do you know why I do have this on?
I love these.
So this is flying. You gave people
Aviator.
permission to fly, my beautiful Rick, because you tell them they can win anyway. So yes to you, Rick. Woohoo! Flying without wings. I think Nina, we lost Nina for a minute. I'm gonna see if she's back now. My beautiful Christine. Christina, can you tell us what purpose means for you, my beautiful one?
Wow, like I can agree with all of you. It's all in there. and for me, and Nina, when you said we don't even realize that we're living our purpose sometimes, because sometimes, and for me in my own personal experience, there's pain that I've been going through. And sometimes allowing yourselves to feel the pain can be part of that purpose. Because when we grow through that pain, we can help show others, right? That we can still, that you can grow from it. There's something on the other side, right? We can't always get over it, can't go under it, can't get around it. We have to grow through it. And that's where the most growth happens. So I think our purpose for all of us, I think, is to be human. And I like to say I do a little daily crumb video every day. And I say, how do you know you belong here? Is your heart beating? Are you breathing? Then you belong here, and you have a purpose here, and you're essential here. And part of that goes with our life experience, our passion, and everything like that. So there's many things that can lead us to our purpose, but we're fulfilling our purpose just by our hearts beating and our breathing, because we're human. We're having a human experience. So we're fulfilling our purpose just at that.
Wow.
Nice.
Beautiful. Can you see the glasses?
Yes.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine.
Sanet,
I'm
I
saying
love
that's
when
my little one.
I love when she asks if we can see the glasses. Yes, we can, because they're just right up front and center and they're amazing. I think we're going to end up having a competition down the road. Who's going to get like the coolest? I call them shades here in the States. We call them shades to shade the sun. But
Yes.
Sanat, you've got the best collection thus far.
Thank you, my beautiful Laura. So, my beautiful guests, I am going to ask now separate questions, but it's all to do with purpose. It's to do what you are currently doing for your to serve the world. So, Christina, well, you just talked to us. Can you tell us how do you showcase or help the people that you are serving to find their purpose or to give them tips on their purpose? What do you do to install that purpose driven idea into them?
I just be more myself, more and more, giving myself to be me, and however that is. I call myself a weirdo, a wonderful individual, exuberantly reflecting divine originality. And I think that we're all weirdos. We're all a reflection of that divine in its originality. That's why we're all unique. And I say individual because we're individual. As an individual, we're individe. So I say, let's come together and be individual. And I do a daily crumb. I call it at the Daily Crumb on the Tickety Tockety, and I had the YouTube channel. So every morning I do just a little self-care video, and I use some little cards there, but it's just as a tool, and it's whether you get laughter or anything, and there's lots of ideas that come from that. But taking that time, sometimes it goes 10 minutes, but I'm like, it's 10 to me to 10 to me. So I kind of, these little things popping out of my head, golden nuggets, I think, as you call them, that just kind of plant those little seeds, and hopefully that others will keep growing them. But the seed would not grow into the flower if it was afraid to be put into the earth, right? It was scared of the dark. So
Exactly. Wow. Where's your glasses? Just give me 1 second. I love that. So, my beautiful Nina, I do see here at the back studio your internet is unstable. Don't worry, my girl. That is how it is. That is how it is. So, my beautiful Christiana, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you also for sharing your crumpets in the Diamond Beauties Forever group. I really appreciate you. So now I am going to go to Rick, and my beautiful Rick, you are helping people to speak, to formulate what I need to put out in the world. Um, do you also can you tell me what will your advice be for somebody that is truly scared but wants to do this? I don't know if you can remember When I want to put myself out there to be a public speaker, I joined Marty's group in May 2021, and that is where I met you. I was very scared to talk, and look now, I'm talking the whole time. So, what advice will you have for somebody to put themselves out there? Because they say public speaking is the biggest fear of all.
Absolutely. And part of winning anyway is speaking anyway, because how can you win if you're not actually communicating who you are and what you feel, what your ideas are? And really, when we talk about our fear of public speaking, we speak in public all the time. We're not really afraid of public speaking. We're afraid of public embarrassment, public humiliation, of our audience not liking what it is what we have to say, of saying the wrong thing in the wrong way at the wrong time. Public speaking is something you can get better at, you can prepare for, but there also has to be an acceptance because you're right. Not everybody's going to like what you have to say. And you're right. You're going to make mistakes every now and again. That happens. But in general, the audience doesn't want you to be a bad speaker. They're rooting for you to be a good speaker. And they are finding every excuse in their head to listen to you and hear the good things that you have to say. So, what I tell people that are really out there speaking, remember this: 20% of the audience is going to hate you no matter what. 20% of the audience is going to love you no matter what. Your job is to get to the other 60% with your message of persuasion or sales or inspiration, whatever it may be, and just let what happens happen. Because nobody dies while public speaking, except that one guy who had a heart attack. But that's another story altogether.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know somebody got a heart attack, but thank you for telling us, Rick. Thank you. So, my beautiful Nina, um, you are not only helping youngsters, but you are also helping your clients to find their purpose. You also make use of vision boards and beautiful meditations and everything. What advice can you give to anyone that wants to go through this journey of finding their own purpose?
I would just say look at your life right now, see what you like and see what you don't like. If you don't like things, you have a choice to change it. You are more powerful than you think. And find things that make you happy, that you enjoy, and start expressing yourself fully because life is too short and you got amazing gifts. God, universe, source, however you want to call it, gave you these amazing things. If it didn't doubt you, why should you doubt yourself? It's really all about expressing yourself, finding things that you love and enjoy the most, and just go for it. Just do it. And you are going to change your life, you're going to change your family's life, and you're going to change of people around you. And that's really, really powerful.
That is truly powerful. Thank you, my beautiful Nina. My beautiful Chris, you in your on your website and everything that you do for thought leaders, you have created this beautiful space. Can you tell us a little bit about it? But the reason why I want you to tell us about it, also how you help them to change their purpose of their company as well, please.
Yeah. So a couple things is for me, I've been in marketing for a long time, and over the last couple of years, I've transitioned more into sales and leadership. And one of the big voids I found with a lot of coaches and programs out there is that there's a really big misconception with the word hustle, and there's also a big negative connotation tied to that word, not just for men, but especially with women too. And so one of the things that we're trying to do, my business partners and I, is make it a positive word. because we don't believe that hustle has to be something where it means not eating well, sacrificing your health, your well-being, your social life, your friendships, your family, and things like that. But unfortunately, there have been some entrepreneurs that have made it that way. And so our goal is to not only make positive a positive and healthy word again, but also to help businesses create a sales culture of hustle without the burnout. Because unfortunately, if you do a lot of those things, if you don't take care of your body, if you sacrifice your sleep, you start eating poorly, and you cut everybody out of your life because you're working 60, 70 hours a week, you're going to end up in the hamster wheel, and you're going to have lead to burnout. And that leads to terrible health issues and all kinds of negative things that can happen. And so we believe that through our training and our framework, and part of our purpose is to help people build that efficiency and hustle in a way where they can utilize that 40 hours a week while still being able to have those other priorities, which is family and friendships and health and wellness. And of course, we can't forget about mental health.
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And then I want to click this button. I really want to click this button because it says there, you said marketing so easy and it's fun again. So,
There it is.
It
There
happens
it
to be
is.
my newest book, which is now on Amazon, Marketing So Easy, It's Fun Again.
Ooh.
oh, wow. So, Chris, can I have your permission to click this button?
Yes, please.
That was easy.
And I
Did
just
you
want to
hear
say,
it?
yeah, I did. Thank you. I just want to say one thing about the easy button is I think we as entrepreneurs generally make things more difficult than what they actually are. I do believe most things in life are either easy-ish or easier than what we believe they are. Like Rich said with public speaking, if you have the right mindset, the right attitude, and you practice, and there's other stuff that goes along with that, it can be easier. And I would say when you simplify things, it always feels easier. And when things are easy, it's generally because you're generating results. So nothing has to be difficult, time consuming, or expensive to be effective.
Love that.
It's easy.
Yeah, I love that.
I loved it. My beautiful Rick, I got this button, the two buttons, and my paparazzi camera. I'm going to bring out little later from a lady in Giovanna from New York. I press my button not just for the shows. I press my button for my grandchildren because I love my buttons, but I'll press my buttons during the day as well because sometimes something looks a little bit too difficult and you don't know exactly where to start. Then I will lift my table up. I will ask to start playing a song, and sometimes my own forever song, and then I will click on this button, and then I will have the idea, or I know exactly, maybe I must try this route. So thank you for that, my beautiful Chris. I love it. I love it. So my beautiful Laura,
Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for all the videos and all the posts you do for the Diamond Beauties, and I know you do it for a lot of others as well. But for me, Thought Energy, even in the Diamond Moment magazine, your article, and I was looking now for something else. Your article, just give me 1 second. Oops a daisy. Oops a daisy. Can I give you your article was like this?
I love this. Yeah.
It was exquisite. Exquisite. Can you tell us a little bit about Thought Energy and what you have put in the magazine, because that is so powerful for somebody that is thinking about purpose. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And just so you know, I really don't support anyone else out in the world the way I do our cool little global gang. I do everything for you, Sanet, because I just think what you're doing is pure, authenticity in motion. You really are showing everyone how to rise to their highest and best self. So I'm very, believe it or not, I'm discerning about where I put my attention. Just so the whole world knows, I've started to upload everything that Sanet is doing to my YouTube channel because I just love what she does and all the amazing people around that. So it's just an honor to share that to the world. And listening to everybody, this is what I love about whether the Power Hour, whether it's the Soul Diamond Author's Journey, everything, Mrs. Potts, and everything that these individual people are doing in the world, we think about things and therefore, right, we put action into them, or vision, or purpose, or intention, inspiration, momentum, motivation. We all have our own vernacular. We all have such an original lexicon, but then we also really share some similarities, and we can see a little bit of ourselves here, right, in one another. We may have our own unique pathway, but we have an understanding of what we're doing, no matter how we're speaking about it, whether we're like Nina on a spiritual end or Chris on the marketing. Rich, I think about public speaking, which I've been doing my whole life. It's more like some people feel, am I being judged, or am I going to, right, get embarrassed? But I really think that when we look at thought as a structure of energy, and then we position ourselves into the power seat of choice, and only we can do that. Negative, positive, neutral. Our whole mind development company is around this. The Science of Empowerment was written for this exact reason. It is a manual to remind the individual that it is your birthright to tap in and tune into your particular brilliance, your greatness, and nothing else matters outside of it. Nothing. If you falter, so what? It's not really a falter. It's this preconceived thought, right? It's our perspective that somehow I messed up. No, we didn't. Thinking about thought processes is such an empowering way to go through. I never worry about anything. I never get embarrassed about anything. I never feel bad about anything. You know why? Because in the very next moment, I have the ability to recalibrate. I have the ability to step one level up, to think a little bit different, to present my thoughts differently. Not, ooh, there we go. Not everyone may be open to that process, but then, as Christiana said, I'm planting the seeds. I'm exchanging. So let's just say Chris and I were having a great conversation. I may say things, he may not agree with everything, but he may have a little bit of that seeding planted somewhere. He may talk to a client 3 weeks from now and think, ooh, and he may say, have you thought about positioning yourself into negative, positive, or neutral mindsets? Nobody maybe brought that question out forth. So I think it's really important to look at how thought energy can really drive purpose. And I love again what Rich, your purpose, your thought process is around your family. Everything comes off of that thinking. My family is first, period. Everything you think and feel and do and create is based from that main hub of thinking, family first, or business first, or, and we fill in the blank. So I really think it's a very unique way to look at purpose, intentional purpose. How am I thinking about it? And how can I use the energy around my thoughts to live an empowered life and really construct being in service for ourselves, but more for one another? So hopefully that plants some seeds and has people start thinking about the thought a little bit different than usual. Thanks.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, and oops, now who is gone? Huh,
We
Nina,
lost Rich and Nina. Oh,
Nina,
there's Nina back.
Hello.
Drop a
my, my beautiful Nina, I'm going to ask the last question for everyone. What legacy do you hope to leave behind through living your purpose?
I truly want to inspire people to live their best life. I know sometimes it's hard when you're going through a really tough period of time. You don't even believe that better life is possible for you, but you have a choice to change that. How I know it, I grew up in a war. I know how hard it is to live without nothing and build something from nothing without just burning desire to create an amazing thing. It's not easy, but you can do it. Follow your heart, and you have everything what you need to follow your dreams.
I love it.
Mhm.
Yes, to you,
Beautiful.
my beautiful Nina.
Thank you.
My beautiful Chris. What legacy do you have hope to leave behind through living your purpose?
Yeah, when I talked about before the vision statement, I think part of that, my vision is to leave a legacy. And as part of that, I have written down, and I write this down probably a few times a year, is that I want to leave a legacy for my children and my family. I want to be known as someone who was a steward of the community locally, someone who gave back,
Mhm.
participated, and made the world a better place, but also someone who was a loving father, a good friend, a good human being. And then also, and these are in no particular order, but also a good businessman, someone who was fair and honest and really wanted to help people. I don't want
Nice.
business per se. I want business if it allows me to also help and or transform other businesses. I don't want to just take someone's money for the sake of my betterment. I really want genuinely
Mhm.
to empower, inspire, and educate people.
Wow, beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yes, to you, my beautiful Chris. I just quickly want to tell Rick, you have your OBS camera on, so I cannot bring you into studio. So just check your camera. My beautiful, oh, what a potato!
Woo! Yes. Ah,
You can't
I
tell,
love
but they do light up. They're supposed to
I
light up.
love those. Those are
That's
cool.
so beautiful. Chris, I want one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for showing. You made our day, my beautiful Chris. My beautiful Christiana. What legacy do you want to leave?
Well, like Chris was saying there too, for me, first and foremost, is to be that example for my children, especially of healthy relationships and of breaking cycles and changing cycles. And just because this is the way it has been through the family doesn't mean this is the way it's supposed to be or that it needs to continue to be. And that it might be hard to shift out of those toxic cycles, but it can be done. And hey, we might repeat them and that's okay. We can catch ourselves and we can change our minds, right? So it's lots of similar what everybody else said too, right? And then be that example without trying to be that example by living my life. But first and foremost for my children, and then hopefully it helped to that ripple effect. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, it's
beautiful.
And
for my
remember,
children.
you are a lighthouse keeper. You are inspiring, showing light to a lot of people, a lot, millions of people around the world. So yeah, to you, thank you, my beautiful Christiana, my beautiful
Thank you.
Rick. What legacy do you hope to leave behind through living your purpose?
That is something I probably should think more about. I mean, I have 6 kids. That's a heck of a legacy, and the life that they
Woo!
live hopefully will be somewhat representative of how my wife and I have brought them up. But all the people that I've gotten to speak to, will they remember me? Will they maybe not so much remember me, more importantly, remember what I told them, how I told them to feel, what I
Mm,
suggested they do in life? Because me, I'm kind of insignificant in the grand scheme of the universe,
mm,
but hopefully what I'm offering is going to live on far beyond me.
mm. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. I will never forget you because when I met you the first time in your speech, you blew my socks off. Yes, to you, my beautiful Rich, my beautiful Laura. I love it, Christian.
Well, yeah. I have so many things that I want to say up on this, but I think being a representative of what it is to live an empowered life and really learning what it is to have the most precious experience of self love. Without this relationship with self, without moving through the dark and the light and all of the scenarios we know that we need to move through, without that true, genuine relationship with self, there's always an inauthenticity that shadows all the rest of the work. So I think it is really hyper important to honor that self. I also really feel like everyone else does, through the science of empowerment, and many of us as storytellers, authors, business people, we already have created a living legacy. And the information and the knowledge and the formulas and the skills and everything that we're sharing is already having such positive effect on so many people. I write about this in the science of empowerment. If one person truly shifts the trajectory of their life, then the legacy is intact. And we all know that we've done that through our family, through our friendships, through our businesses. So I really think being a representative of empowerment, IN, empowered, and then we get to empower, EM, everyone else around the world.
Woohoo! Wow, incredible. So, my beautiful guest, I want to have let you give me your golden nuggets, but it will be your golden nuggets and nothing else. But we still have 4 minutes left. So, do you think we can quickly go around and give everybody maybe a minute to say who they're serving the world? Christiana, uh, can you tell us how are you serving the world?
By being my weirdo self and getting it out there and letting it show.
Oh, beautiful. My beautiful Chris, how are you serving the world?
Yeah, so my company, Hustle Leaders, helps business take advantage of their 40 hours a week. We believe that you and your team shouldn't have to work more than your allotted amount of time per week, which for most of us is 40 hours a week. You can get that same level of execution with actually less time, not more. You can make it easier than it has to be, and you can hustle without the burnout. And you can also make it contagious. And generating big results is not just about changing, it's about transforming. And again, we believe you can do that by not only making it easier, but doing that within the 40 hours a week that you already have, without making any of those major sacrifices I previously talked about with your health, your life, your well-being, your friendships, etc.
Wow, beautiful. So, my beautiful viewers on E360, please look down in the show notes. All of my guests connection point or social network, most of them, their websites are linked into the small elevator pitch. So please connect with them, follow them. They are truly inspiration. And to the Diamond Beauties in Tanzanite Europe, please connect with all of them. They are amazing. All of you are amazing on the group. So just wanted to let you know. Laura, for you, my beautiful one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give my golden nugget because it's all wrapped up in this.
Okay,
Suspend the but. Oh, not yet. Sorry, not yet.
not
Yeah.
yet,
Okay.
because
Yep.
Ni-
Here we go.
Nina,
Suspend the doubt and go for it anyways. Seriously, there is no one you need to answer to. There is no monkey on your back waiting to judge you. It's just a absolute delusion of what we think is missing within ourselves. And when you live this truly empowered life, the health, the mental wellness, the physicality, the love, the friendships, the connection, I promise you, they all fall into place. Not without challenge, but you can gather skills and techniques and formulas along the way that will really help you feel confident and authentic in who you are. So suspend the doubt and live an empowered life.
I love it. I love it. So actually, suspend the doubt and live in the now is your golden nugget. Are you ready for paparazzi?
I'm ready.
My beautiful Nina, who can you tell us who are how are you serving the world? I'm so sorry. How are you serving the world?
So my mission of my company is healing millions. My mission is really to help healers build profitable, predictable healing business so they can get more clients, heal more people, and together we can serve humanity. That's my mission, and this is what we do and stand for.
I love it. My beautiful Rick.
When I'm not on stage encouraging people to win anyway by rejoicing, then recalibrating, and then restarting on their way to their goal, I'm coaching speakers to help them discover, develop, and deliver their best message. And both are close to my heart. And at some point, they're going to work in my favor to the real purpose in giving my family the life not only that they have, but that they deserve.
I love it. What is your golden nugget?
My golden nugget is I want you to ask yourself, are you who you always wanted to be or who the world has let you become? Don't let the world make your life for you.
Yeah.
Are you ready for paparazzi?
Paparazzi!
Yeah.
Nino, what is your golden nugget?
Keep shining your light because the world needs that love and light inside of you more than ever.
I love it. Are you ready for paparazzi?
Thank you.
Chris, what is your golden nugget?
So what I say at the surface in the beginning might sound a hair negative, but it's not. So I tell people who are in doubt of whether or not they should take action or do this big thing that they really have been wanting to do for a long time is that nobody's looking out for you but you. So if you want to do this, do that effing thing. Just go do it. And here's what I'd say after that is what's the worst that could happen?
Nothing.
If you don't end up achieving your goal maybe exactly, you've learned from it, which means you're one step closer to getting over the hump, to finally doing it. But why not? What is the absolute worst? Maybe you start a YouTube channel and you only get 5 subscribers. Well, you've got 5 subscribers, so that's a good thing. So get out there and just do the thing that you want to do.
Wow. Are you ready
Absolutely.
for paparazzi? Paparazzi?
Ooh, he's voguing it.
And my beautiful Christina, what is your golden nugget?
Today's tears of sorrow water the seeds of joy for tomorrow, but we don't have to wait till tomorrow to feel the joy in today.
Oh, are you
nice.
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My beautiful guest, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for giving us your golden nuggets, your wisdom, your story. May I ask, would you love to have a dance with me?
Of course, madame.
Yes.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes,
Thank
yes.
my beautiful viewers on E360. Would you love to have a dance with us? They said yes. They said yes. Yeah. Oh, let me just get. Here we go.
Come on, Chris. This.
Laura.
I know. Which one is it?
Dancing in the rain, sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at
no,
me more, squinting in the
no, Chris.
sun.
Laura.
Sprinkle me with fairy dust
Thank you.
and cover me with love. From butterflies to eagles, oh, there's magic in that flight. Sprinkle me with fairy dust.
Wow, thank you, my beautiful guests. Thank you, my beautiful viewers on E360. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's our beautiful show for today.
Bye bye, everyone.
Bye.